The following program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.
Hi, my name is Leo Connors, and welcome to The Ring and All Other Sports. Tonight, I got two special guests. I get from Popup Wrestling promoter Tyrone Mitchell and their marketing advisor, Jason Gillies. Guys, thanks for coming on.
How we doing?
We're doing good. Tyrone, you guys got a show coming up on March 19th.
2022. It's on a Saturday from 4:30 to 8 p.m. So we're gonna try and mix it up a little bit and do a little bit of the meet and greet situation from 4:30 to 6. We're planning on having interview in the ring to entertain everyone, to wait, they can get settled in, grab a drink, food from you. You're right in the kitchen, and I'm honored that you are taking the opportunity to help out.
Absolutely. Anytime I can make money too, I'm not gonna lie. You know what I mean? It's the business, baby. You know, it's a business. But no, guys, like I said, I'm excited to have you guys on. I'm excited for the show. You know, do you want to talk? Why don't you promote it a little bit more? Hold up that's a beautiful flyer too, by the way. It really is. It pops.
First of all, I have to thank Larry Huntley and his team for putting this together. He's a good guy. Huge influence on the reason why I'm actually in this industry. Him and John Cena Sr.
Nice.
Is it clear? You think that's clear? Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so like I said, March 19th, Saturday, from 4:30 to 8, we're going to have local knowns. Bill Ricker's own Flex Armstrong is going to be there. Danny Miles. We have the Go Hard Life twins. So Lindsay and Laurie reached out to me and said that this is going to be their last independent show. She never told me what it was. I respect her privacy.
They probably can't tell us. Yeah. Anyways, if it's signed with somebody. Wow.
I don't know if that's. I just wish their best on their journey, and I'm for sure that you're not going to want to miss it.
I can remember seeing something on them 6-8 months ago, and that they were being looked at.
Yeah, they could.
I don't know where I saw it, but I saw it.
Like I said, they're from Tampa. I think I said that. They're from Tampa, so I haven't gotten to see them live. So the fact that it's going to be at Larry Huntley and I's event that I'm hosting the Nightmare Before Mania, once again, March 19, 2022 on a Saturday, I'm really anxious to see what they can do.
Nice. And it is at the Billerica Elks.
Billerica Elks. I'm not sure what the street is. I should say it on the
It's 14 Webbrook Road.
Bingo.
In Billerica, Mass, like you said, 4:30 to 6 with a meet and greet. Wrestling starts at 6.
There's a bar. Your food's gonna be served. So what do you want?
I'll be doing the concessions. There'll be a full bar that the Elks will open up their bar, which very smart to do when you have a wrestling event. But and like you said, you got our cousin Larry's on the show.
Huge influence.
Come on, man. I'm so glad that you brought Larry. I've known Larry for a long time.
One of the most humble gentlemen in the game.
No doubt about it. Willing to help anybody, too. You know, he really will. And Danny Miles, John Cena Sr. I did not know, because I grew up in Lowell my whole life, you know. I live in Nashua now, but I didn't know Flex Armstrong was from Billerica.
Yes.
And you got the Hall of Famer just added, you said Tony Atlas.
That's it. As of right now, WWE Hall of Famer Tony Atlas is in the mix. He will be wrestling as well, so you don't want to miss that.
You don't want to miss that. And you know what I'm really excited about? Mario Mancini, local legend. No doubt Mario Mancini's a local legend. Worked for the WWE for over a decade, you know, as enhancement talent, and not just enhancement talent, because I'm sure he worked the house shows too, you know, but another humble guy.
Absolutely. And I'm going to tell you why I think he's a humble man. So I think I saw you at that Rhode Island event. What was the event? You were doing the concessions. It was really cold out that night. I had the battle cards.
Was that APW, right?
I believe that was it.
Yes.
No, it wasn't APW. It was NAWA maybe.
Nope, I didn't do one for Larry.
No, the one in Rhode Island is what I'm thinking.
Oh, New World Wrestling Extreme.
That's what it was.
I catered. I didn't do the concessions.
Oh, you catered.
I catered.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's okay. I catered a couple of those shows.
Okay, so the point of me and my friend being there was to raise awareness of the battle cards, and I'll actually show you right here.
Yes, please.
To get into detail. Mario Mancini walked up to me and said, "Hey, what's going on? I'm checking out your stand." And I told him the idea, and right away he says, "What can I do to help?"
Wow.
And he gave me his contact information. We had a conversation. We took the pictures, did a video, and here we are.
Wow.
I have him right here. I can
They're
actually
amazing.
take it out for you to see.
Oh, that's classic. You hit Mario on TV. Look
Sign
at the
everything.
stash.
I think there
I
may be
love
one
it.
more in here. Let's turn the page. What do we have? Go Hard Life Twins are on there.
Yeah, you got Chad Epic,
I do.
former
Animal.
guest.
Another signed Mario Mancini card.
I definitely need to get Mario on this show, and I think I'll be able to really meet him and talk with him on March
me know.
19th in Barica.
Yes. You can talk to anyone you'd like to.
Nice. Guys, let's just talk a little bit. Let's let these guys get to know you a little bit. So when they come to the show, now they're going to want to come talk to you.
Of course.
Where'd
What do we
you
have in
grow
mind?
up?
Grew up in Lawrence, born and raised. 1980, I was born. I had my parents were into wrestling when I was growing up. I mean, I wasn't really. My mom mostly made me play outside.
Yeah.
But people like Bruno San Martino, Rocky Johnson was my dad's favorite tag team partner with Tony Atlas, who was
Yep.
going to be there on March 19th, 2022 on a Saturday.
Yep.
Once again, you do not want to miss that match.
No.
My mom was into Superfly snooker, I think it was. So like they always talked about it. And my friends, like I said, we were always the outside. We do the skateboards and the scootering. So like they would always talk about wrestling. We would always rock bottom and pedigree each other on the scooter. You know what I mean? So like I always had like a hidden passion for wrestling. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I wouldn't call myself a true fan, and I know that's not something you would want to say. But like I've always had the love for it, but I never really got to get the experience to actually appreciate it. Like my parents never did the pay-per-views. So like if you were to ask me, oh, what was your favorite pay-per-view? I would be a lost soul. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like
I got
in
you.
that I guess way it's uncomfortable for me to talk about, and it's like puts me behind, I feel, even though it's about sharing your passion
Yep.
and making sure you're providing what you want for the community to see and what's best for the community and pushing the independent wrestling circuit forward. You know what I mean?
Right.
But so in that way, I know I'm ready, and I'm
Nice.
ready to step up and prove myself.
And it's great, like you said, you got Larry right as backup. I mean, you know,
taking
any
care of me.
questions
Yep.
you have,
1
they're
million
answered
%.
honestly. You know what I mean, and getting the best possible answer you could
Yeah.
ever hope for. You know. All right. What about you, Jason? Where'd you grow up?
I'm from Brockton, Mass, born and raised.
Yeah.
I am a long time fan. Oh yeah, Rocky, Marvin, City of Champions.
Yep.
So I am a lifelong wrestling fan. I've been in it, watching it forever.
Yeah.
And,
I met you at shows.
I've seen you around. I've been around the loop many times, my
Yep.
friend. I've seen you. It's just a joy. My guy Ty here, he's a businessman. He recognized a business opportunity. So I've been trying to collaborate with him. You know, sales is
Nice.
my specialty. So
Never not hesitates to respond. Any questions I have, he answers it on the spot.
and that's what you need.
Yeah.
You do. And you can't do that by yourself.
so we trying to sell that out.
Yep.
And then, you know, also, I'm a huge gamer. I'm a huge collectible nerd. So anything to do with CCG's collectible card games, I mean, I gravitated to that right away.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah, I'm
They
really
really
looking
are.
forward
Came
to
out
that.
decent.
I was lucky enough to be a play tester for one of the early sessions. So
Nice.
it's a great concept. It's easy to use,
Yeah,
fun to collect.
Fast-paced.
So
Plenty of wrestlers.
that's all. You know what I mean?
Right? You know what I mean? Though you ain't gonna run out of them.
Nope.
You know, they're all at the next ones are training at the schools
That's
now.
it. That's it. So
All right. When did you first see pro wrestling, guys? Either one of you go first. Doesn't matter.
So my first live event was not too long ago. I'm pretty sure it was, don't quote me, but it may have been the first or second show. It was like a house show at Mohegan Sun. It was a SmackDown show. I've done the Hell in the Cell. I've done a couple house shows in Manchester, but like I said, I'm relatively new to appreciating the in-person experience.
It's a lot of fun.
I love it.
It is a
It's
lot
addicting.
of fun.
hey, I've been watching WWE since the beginning. I think Survivor Series '93 was my first pay-per-view as a young one. But what I really focus on independent wrestling. And my first independent wrestling shows was '93, '94, Killer Kowalski, Brockton High.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I was in elementary school. My teachers got tickets, free tickets to
that
those. So
must
they
have
gave
been
those-
awesome.
Those are some of the most formative years of my life,
Yeah.
my friend, and seeing that stuff. And, I saw Triple H there. I didn't know that any of these people at the time. But
Terrorizing.
but Triple H was there, Killer Kowalski.
awesome.
Yeah, so that's where it started. And from there, that's it.
Guys, I got to tell you something. We'll go off topic a little bit. You'll really appreciate this.
I will.
Lowell, right? 1 year, it's 1976. I was 11 years old. They always went to the Lowell Memorial Auditorium. The place must have been doing renovations because they went to the Janus Skating Rink, which is literally a 5-minute walk from my house. So they ran 3 shows. I'm looking up the results years later. And one of the matches on one of those 3 shows was Jose Gonzalez. You know who that is?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Versus Bruiser Brody.
No way. That's history right there. See, you wouldn't have known that at the time.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. I didn't know
Isn't
that until the time,
crazy?
until researching
I wish
it.
I would have been more than 11 because I would have
Wow.
had a camera with me. I mean, I
Yeah.
was an 11-year-old kid not thinking, all I could think about
That's wild.
wrestling's coming because I've loved it since I was 7 years old.
And you said that was the late 70s?
Mid-70s, 76.
Holy
I was
cow,
11 years old.
And then like less than
And
10
I only
years
found
later,
that out because
tragedy.
I wanted to look the results up because I knew I went to all 3 shows and I could only remember a few matches.
Yeah.
When I read that, I was like, and you know what happened, right? Do you know?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
fill me in,
Puerto
please.
Rico.
Jose Gonzalez
Invader.
stabbed and killed Bruiser Brody in
okay.
Puerto Rico. That's the guy that stabbed him. He wrestled him in my neighborhood in 1976.
I think you even told me that.
Oh, yeah.
And
That's
Gonzalez
infamous.
says Brody bullied him back when they were in the WWF.
was a long time coming.
I say to you, did he bully him that night right in front of me?
I was there. I
He
saw
must
that.
have.
Yeah.
He must have.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I knew you'd appreciate that.
I do.
'cause
And that's the kind of
just-
history. That's why we're all fans of
Right,
this. That's why we
right.
go. You know, it's for moments like that.
Yep.
And it's a beautiful thing.
Now, do you have any of the matches if that you could announce or anything?
I
You don't have to. I'm just asking.
Well, I mean, we're gonna have Flex since it's a hometown of
Yeah.
his. We're gonna have him do the headline. I
Oh,
can't tell you
nice.
who he's
Yep.
working, but it's gonna be a good match. You're not gonna.
Well, he's awesome. He works for Big Time.
Another,
Yeah.
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 Yep.
That's where I usually see flexing.
He's helping
He's
out
good.
a lot, especially in the marketing department.
Oh, nice.
He teaches a lot with the kids.
Oh, good.
And whatnot in his area, so he's doing the flyers and for everything.
Excellent. Please make sure you leave me a few flyers so I can put them around here in Nashua.
Okay, yeah.
You know?
For sure.
Oh yeah.
Let's
I'll
you
tell
know
him
let's,
up
We're gonna
for it.
sell
let's
that
sell
place
this
out.
place out, man.
We're selling
let's
it
sell
out.
it out.
Yeah.
have
I hear
hopes.
ya.
I have hopes.
All right. How about when you first started watching wrestling, or even if it was just not that long ago? Who did you love? Like when you first started watching. I mean, everybody can say, we all loved Austin, but Austin wasn't
favorite
there when
wrestler-
I first started watching.
My favorite wrestler of all time is Luthez. Ooh. Absolutely.
Wow.
The shooter.
Wow,
That's
you're
right.
right. He
It
was
doesn't
a
get any
shooter.
more pure than that.
Right.
So he's my favorite wrestler. My second favorite wrestler, John Cena.
Nice. I love Cena.
Yeah, he's my favorite.
So many people
Boston.
put John Cena down. You have to admit, right?
Nope.
Because
Who works the crowd more than him?
He's the
nowadays?
greatest
He's the
WWE
man,
champion
dude.
of all time.
Listen, he is.
Greatest.
He was the
Sorry,
greatest.
sorry.
Yeah,
His dad's going to be at the show.
his father's
John
really
Cena.
nice.
Bruno
Yeah.
second,
He's
The
a really
Rock's
I don't-
third, everybody else fills in
Sometimes
after
he's
that.
a jerk, but he manages these heel guys. But like when he's not in wrestling or whatever, he's a nice guy. I
Stand-up
just don't
guy.
know. Every time I see him, once he might be nice this time, he might be a jerk that time.
It's electricity either way.
Yeah.
So it's
But
going to
he-
be a wild night.
But he's great, and
Yeah, he is.
and the fans love him.
Yeah.
even when he's a
community
heel,
help.
Yeah,
the fans love him.
absolutely. So
You
it's going to
know,
be a blast.
and like you said, Mario Mancini's gonna be there. That's exciting for me.
yeah.
As you guys,
Me too.
You watch the show, you know.
Me too.
You know, I like more independent wrestling. I love. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
all wrestling. I watch WWE, NXT, AEW, all that, but nothing makes me happier than watching independent New England independent wrestling.
I'm with you.
So-
Leo. I'm with you. You know,
You know
that,
what I
Leo.
mean?
I'm
Oh
with
yeah,
you,
I
man.
see you at the shows,
yeah,
man.
Yeah, so,
I haven't been to the chaotic shows. You've
Yeah.
been to all of them, my
Yeah,
guy.
well, I've been to a couple, I've been to the top rope shows, a couple of them, so yeah,
Yep.
just staying in the loop.
You may be
Staying in
around.
the loop.
Yep, and that we won't talk about any other companies right now. That's why I'm gonna pull this up.
It's all about that.
Saturday, March 19th in Billerica, Mass. at the Billerica Elks, 14
4:30 to
Webbrook
8.
Road. You're gonna see some of the best New England independent wrestling out there.
And in the country.
Pop-up wrestling,
Nightmare
Danny
Performance.
Miles. Oh, and NAWA. I'm sorry, I should have said that too, right? With cousin Larry, Larry Huntley.
most importantly.
And that is North Atlantic Wrestling Association.
Has a nice ring to it.
Yes, and he's been running a long time, and I feel bad because last time I went to Maine and I went to a Limitless show, Larry came up behind me and said, "How come you're not coming to my shows?" And he's right.
Yikes.
He's right. I got to get up to a Larry Huntley show.
Yep.
But Danny Miles, who's killing it right now independently,
Yeah, he
as
is.
one part of the unit. You guys know what the unit?
We don't want to talk about the unit right now, man. They completely
They could
hijacked
be-
chaotic wrestling
What if they
right now.
showed up? You won't know unless you're there in
what
the
I'm saying.
building on March 19th. And it's a Saturday.
Yeah.
And it's a Saturday. You never know.
Gotta be there.
You know, JT Dunn. I'm just saying, like, these are the
You
guys
never know,
in the
man.
group, right?
They do
Ace
seem to
Romero.
travel in packs, so
You never know.
you'd never know.
You have to be there.
Security will be on high alert.
Only
I
one
assure
way to
you.
find out.
Oh, exactly. And I don't see them guys lately going anywhere alone. That's
what
all
I'm
I can
saying,
say.
you
I'm
know.
not saying they're on the show or anything like this. I have no idea.
And they're growing in numbers,
But
unfortunately.
They are
It's
growing
kind
in
of like
numbers.
a plague in New England.
Didn't Verna join that group too?
Verna and Nevaeh there, Alicia Edwards just joined them too. Yeah.
And like I said, Danny Miles, I never see him alone.
Nope.
But you never know. Now, guys, there's a couple girls in the corner. I'm not too familiar.
Micah Mandred and Vicky. I believe that's how you pronounce the name. Please don't quote me.
Yep, I think I have it written down here. So, yeah, Micah Mandred.
Yep. They're from Texas, actually.
Oh, okay.
So,
Excellent.
A buddy of mine, Rudy Gonzalez, I met him.
I met Rudy Boy.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
He'll be there as well.
Rudy Boy's going to be there?
March 19th, Saturday, 4:30 to 8 p.m.
Wow, you kidding? He should be on the poster.
I,
Rudy Boy. I met Rudy Boy when Ring of Honor first started. He used to bring up the Texas kids.
So, yeah, he's bringing them. They're going to be there as well.
Wow.
Like I said, you don't want to miss it. A lot of
No, you don't.
surprises. I
Guys,
shouldn't
you-
even have said anything. No, I'm just kidding. You didn't ruin it.
Listen, this is exciting, man. Really, Rudy Boy Gonzalez is a legend. He was the head trainer for Shawn Michaels at the Shawn Michaels
Yep.
Wrestling Academy, Texas Wrestling Academy, or whatever it was
Brian
called.
Kendrick and all those
Brian
dudes.
Kendrick, Daniel Bryan, Brian Danielson,
Yep.
Lance Cade.
Texas Wrestling Academy, I believe.
That's what it
is
was. Texas Wrestling Academy, owned by Shawn Michaels, and Rudy Boy was the head trainer.
He's still, I'm pretty sure,
He owns it still because I'm pretty sure Shawn walked away and gave it to him. Like said, you know, it's yours now.
That's
So
wild
there
to
you
think
go.
about.
Yeah, he used to bring up Fast Eddie. One of the guys he
hasn't
brought
been in
up was
this area,
blind.
Oh, really?
He was a blind wrestler.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
He doesn't come around here often, no?
No, not anymore. Last time I saw Rudy Boy Gonzalez in Massachusetts or New England, whatever, was probably 2005, maybe 6.
Yeah.
I'd say more close to the 5 because they stopped using the Texas guys. When Rob lost the company, they kind of went away from bringing in like people from all over the place.
Yeah.
They stuck with the same roster, and I didn't get to cater no more.
I know.
Oh, well.
Man. End of an era.
End of an era, yes. But yeah, so I'm really excited.
So back to it.
Yes.
I met Rudy at the Jacksonville Wrestling Con. I think Duke Bennett, is that his name? Duke Bennett? I believe.
Duke
The
Bennett.
gentleman in the Boston. He's a super fan, but he's also
Okay.
friends with everybody
Yeah.
that matters, I guess you could
Right,
say.
right.
But Duke, I was messaging him. I was like, hey, man, this is my idea. Texas is coming up. What do you think?
Yeah.
And he's like, I know this guy. His name is Rudy. He's a good guy. I will put you in touch. Just don't make me look stupid. That's what he said.
yeah.
So he put me in touch, and Rudy mentioned how he was going to be at the Jacksonville Wrestling Con. I didn't know these ladies were going to be there, so I flew out to Jacksonville and met Rudy, met Sam, I believe his name is, the
Okay.
owner of Wrestling Con. We talked for a little bit, but these girls were with Rudy. We introduced, I bought a shirt off of Micah to add to my swag bag collection. You know what I
Nice.
mean? And we were planning to originally do the Nightmare Before Mania, or the 3rd annual Nightmare Before
Right.
Mania, which is March 19th, Saturday from 4:30 to 8. You don't want to miss
And
it.
Barica, Mass at the Elks.
That's it.
So,
14 Webbrick Road.
so we were talking. I was like, "What do you have in mind for Texas?" And he was feeding me a bunch of venues and stuff, but the price range was just. I mean, I'm like, I tell everyone I'm cheap. I'm
Right.
like, I mean, I'm not careful with the moves I make, but I'm more just as careful as I am uncareful. You know, I don't
Right.
want to make
It's still in
mistakes.
the growing stage. It's in
Yes,
the
yeah,
growing phases.
absolutely.
That's all.
But I've done enough in the past that was like self-motivated work where like I kind of have like a direction.
Yep.
Like my steer isn't completely off, you know what I mean? So it wasn't really adding up. So I was like, you know what? Let me just find something around here. And the first venue was the Elks, and they gave me the price, and it was just perfect. And I told Rudy, I was like, listen, I apologize for wasting your time. this is what's going to happen because it was getting too late in the season. You know,
Right.
saw a lot of people book the second WrestleMania ends, they're booking their show for the next city.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So like it was getting to the point where it was too far away from that WrestleMania end date to start the new cycle. So I told him I just booked an event, and he called me in maybe, let's say 2 weeks. I don't know the exact time frame. And he was like, hey, you know, Micah and Vicky, yada, 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 the girls you met. And I was like, listen, I can't make any decisions because Larry is my partner.
Right.
And I even know that the Nightmare Before Mania, which is on Saturday, March 19th, 2022 from 4:30 to 8 p.m., you don't want to miss it.
Do not.
Even though that the Nightmare Before Mania follows under the Pop-Up Wrestling brand, Larry is still a partner. So out of respect for Larry, I have to make the decision and let him know and make sure he's okay with it.
Right.
So after a couple back and forth conversations, obviously in the negotiating department, we made a deal, and sure enough, they're all coming up.
Nice.
It's gonna be a jam, yeah.
And I'll tell you right now, I'm sure they can work, because if they're trained by Rudy Boy, he trained one of the greatest wrestlers in the world right now.
Yeah.
Brian
that's true.
Danielson.
That's true.
He really did.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's why it's just a great opportunity to see talent, not only from New England, but like you said, from all over. A lot of real big pro wrestling hotbeds right now in this country. You know, Florida, Texas, these are on fire right now. So
absolutely.
Very exciting times.
Yes. Now you had said could we talk a little about the second show that you did? The second? I know you, why don't we go?
That was
the
a blast.
first show.
Yeah.
You booked it,
That
you
was a
got it
blast.
ready, and COVID.
Hell hit the fan, yeah.
Right.
So what are we talking about, one or two?
We'll go. Well, one, it ended up falling through because of COVID.
Yes. One fell through because of COVID. Two, because of COVID, Massachusetts wasn't really an option. Massachusetts joined late in the game with letting the strings loosen up, you know what I mean? So I contacted Larry and I said, hey, you know, thank you for helping me. I know, like, I mean, normally you gotta have to like help each other out, you know, but like it was at the point where I had the opportunity to help Larry at the Tampa, Florida event, help get his name out there along with his brand, but it fell through. So I pulled him aside. I volunteered to help him set up at one of his events, do the ring setup and all that stuff. And then after we set the ring up, I pulled him aside and said, hey, this is the idea. Can we make that happen? And sure enough, he, with open arms, said, let's do it. Obviously, that fell under his brand, but it still kept the ball rolling on the Nightmare Before Mania.
Yeah, and you got to, like you said, you kept the ball rolling, and you couldn't have worked with a more honest and great guy.
Yes.
You know, and believe me, in the wrestling business, hard to come by.
Yeah.
People like that. They really are. I mean, besides, I told you guys after, I got another show after you guys with Sam Amato. And I'd say Sam and Larry are two of the nicest guys I've ever met in pro wrestling. And that there's probably not a bad word to be said about either one of them from anyone. There really wouldn't be. There's nothing.
I've met some people in the industry that are really egotistic, and even though that they're still at the level that they are. Not saying it's a bad level.
No,
because look
right.
at me. You know what I mean? But like, you should be trying to build with people.
And Larry's worked with legends.
Yeah.
He has.
100%.
You know?
Yeah, he's fun.
I'm looking forward to seeing him. All right. Why don't I got a couple fan questions.
Okay.
From Dave Fournier, a friend of mine, Dave Fournier. He
Hello,
says,
Dave.
how'd you come up with the idea for Nightmare Before Mania?
So I could actually backtrack to how I even jumped into the industry because of the Nightmare Before Mania came after. So, the people are getting sick. This is actually summer of 2019. So everyone's ignoring that there's this virus. It's fairly early.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, and we kind of ignored it until it was
a lot
too
of people
late.
did.
Yeah. So around that time, I was DJing for a strip club north of Boston. I do DJing as well. I've done it for years on years.
You hiring?
Irrelevant.
Not where I met him.
Just at the club.
Yeah.
Not,
So, no, to answer your question, and I'm going to tell you why, because this club went under due to a lawsuit. So,
no.
no, not
talk
hiring.
about that.
Right.
But it was like shortly after it was said and done. You know what I mean? And I was laying in bed. I was like, damn, this is like, you get the feels, you get caught up in your own emotion because you just lost a piece of something you've been doing for years.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I was like, I need a change. I can't, I feel that I can see the DJing thing becoming more of a group circle kind of networking. You have to do X amount of like
Right.
craft work just to
Yep.
get a bone thrown at you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like it was kind of becoming a complicated situation for me to. I still do it, like I said,
Yep.
more of a fill-ins because of other work areas. But like I said, I was laying in bed and I was just thinking to myself, I was like, we need to make that change. What can we do? Now, I play WWE Supercars on my phone. Well, this is the first season since pretty much season 2
Okay.
that I've played religiously. And
Yeah, I've never played that game.
so it's like a battle card
Okay.
game, like it's almost like a solitaire. Higher
Yeah.
points beats lower points. But I've spent like an embarrassing amount of money on like buying the cards and stuff like that.
Hey,
But
you like it, you like it.
exactly. So this is before I even started Popup Wrestling. I was laying in bed and in my head I'm thinking these thoughts like we need to do something different. What's
Right.
the idea? What's the scoop? Let's think. But at the same time I'm playing WWE Supercards while I'm laying in bed, and it just like how like something just clicks.
Yep.
I just stopped playing and I looked at my phone and I was like, I'm going to start a wrestling promotion. You know what I mean?
Why start paying for fake wrestlers? I'll start paying for real ones.
Wrestlers, exactly. So, I mean, I did not that thought, but it makes sense.
Right.
So I was like, all right, what can I do? And due to past like networking hustles that I've done, like created business on my own, I put my thoughts together and I started researching independent wrestling promotions in the area, and I started researching all the wrestlers that
Right.
have a bigger name, and which came across Atlantic Pro Wrestling. My first independent show in Massachusetts was Atlantic Pro Wrestling, and it just so happened that John Cena Sr. was just in the crowds there. He wasn't even part of a show.
Yes, he was there that night. That was
Oh, yeah, you were there.
That was the Gil Bonk
Memorial
Rumble,
Battle Royal.
Memorial
Yeah, I
Battle
remember that.
Royal.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And I remember
All right.
he was watching Sarah Teller. You know Sarah
Yeah,
Teller?
yeah.
Yeah.
He was.
She was in the Rumble.
She was in the Rumble.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Okay.
he said something. He said something to the effect like, "God bless his heart, he's selling for her," because she was hitting a big guy, and I thought that was kind of funny. You know, he wasn't putting anybody
Yeah.
down. I just heard him say,
Stayed
"God
with the game.
bless him, he's selling for her," because the size difference was incredible.
For sure.
And I love Sarah. I love
Yeah,
watching her wrestle.
definitely.
I don't know why she hasn't pulled up a biker gimmick yet.
You think?
Sarah Teller.
Listen, listen to the man.
The Mayans is still a popular show.
Yeah.
Which keeps Sons of Anarchy alive. Her last name is Teller. She should be coming in as a biker chick.
Hey.
I don't know.
I
That's
don't know.
just an idea.
That's why we don't have the book, I guess.
I'm no booker. I am definitely no booker. All right. So Dave has a couple more. What has been the biggest challenge putting this show together?
Easy question. So not only with this show, which
Yep.
is March 19th, Saturday, 4:30 to 8, the night before Mania, my entire search in general, the biggest trick is booking girls.
Yeah.
One, there's a limited, I don't want to say supply, that's a disrespectful word, but like the roster is I don't want to say, it's concentrated, not like the opposite
Okay.
of that. You know, the girls book with the big girls book with the big promotions, you know what I mean? So a little guy like me, especially for not having the proper backup or like back trail, I guess you could
Yeah.
say, you know, I would say if I message 20 girls, 18 to 19 of them won't even respond. You know what I mean? I'm
It's
not
like
even,
me when I started my show. Some people wouldn't answer me.
exactly.
So I know exactly what you're going through.
So you just got to get your rep up, that's all.
Yeah, so I guess the answer to the question is it's the overall gaining okay, maybe we can help this man, you know what I
Right.
mean? So like that's been a puzzle, but it's been a little bit easier with Larry by my side and being a partner. So
Bingo.
Exactly.
It's just
And a
establishing
veteran,
trust.
how do you think I started getting
all.
those same people that wouldn't answer me? I just told Sonny on Mav, and no lie, within 24 hours they answered me because I needed someone like them. Like you're getting the help with Larry, a veteran.
Yeah, and not many people have heard of pop-up wrestling yet,
No,
but after
yeah.
March 19th, they're going to, and that's
Yes.
why they're going to see, you know, this platform that we're building is for everybody.
Right.
You know,
So we should see more shows.
Oh yeah,
100%.
absolutely.
Nice.
This
We
is
got to
just
get
a
past
start.
the first one though.
That's right. Absolutely. That's the last we'll talk about more shows.
Yeah.
Because, guys, we talked off air about somebody that tried to run and talk about his second show. Dave's got a few more questions. And Jason, this would be
Dave.
more for you because you said, but you could answer yours, you know, too.
Sure.
What indie promotions are your favorites?
Whew,
Now, I know you
boy.
know most of them.
Yeah.
And you know a few,
I would say
right?
all
Yeah.
of them. Damn.
Yeah.
Can I answer all of them?
You can say
I feel
whatever
like it
you
would be
want.
almost unfair for me at this point to single any one particular
Nice.
out. Geographically, they're all great. I'm going to tell you one thing, I think. I watch a lot of indie wrestling
Yep.
nationwide. And again, big ups to Texas, California,
Yeah.
NorCal, SoCal, Florida. But
Jersey.
all said, New England, number one.
Yeah.
New England, number one. So,
I believe that.
yeah, so that's what I'm really all about. New England uniting the whole region, step into the rest of the country as a fist, and that's it.
With the training, with the amount of schools that New England has, with the amount of great wrestlers
The
New England has
reputation, the
produced.
legacy, the legends. Yes, man. New England's number one. I think is number one. People will argue Texas, but New England, man, it's the home of WWE. You know, Triple H,
Yeah.
John Cena, Sasha
Yeah.
Banks.
Well, I
It's-
mean, so,
Kofi Kingston.
yeah, so
two
many,
of the
too
best
many.
wrestling schools in the country is the New England Pro Wrestling Academy
Yep.
and Creative Pro.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
Creative Pro's owned by Pat Buck
Chaotic's
and,
good, too,
and
you know.
Brian Myers, right?
Yep.
But why I put them together is they're working together. That's why, like a Chaotic, remember you saw MJF?
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember you saw Chris Statlander?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
where they came from.
Hell yeah.
Creative Pro.
Definitely. Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I would imagine some of that New England Pro Wrestling Academies would probably go up and do some of their shows. I
Yeah.
don't know for a fact, but if they're like I'm part of Chaotic. No, but like if I'm using them, then they're using my guys. No, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It makes sense.
It does.
And I'd like to see more of that. Now, Chaotic's the only company around here that has done that. That's something no one's doing it now, guys.
Yeah.
You know, working with another company from another state where you bring in their talent and they use your talent.
yeah.
It
Yeah.
just,
It
you know,
makes
and-
sense.
And
you
it
know?
really works with a company that has a school. Like it would work with the Lockup at Top Rope.
Yeah,
And all
yeah.
the other, you know.
Yeah.
I'm going to stop now because I know I'm going to leave schools out. So that's,
Yeah, there's
I don't want to
all-time clubs
mention,
out
because
there.
then I know if I mention 5, I'll miss 5. And
Yeah.
then those guys will be like, why didn't he say us?
Yeah, so that's my nice civil answer to your question.
Yeah.
I love them all. New England, I
Nice.
love you all.
Yep. So I've learned a lot from every promotion that I've gone to. If I haven't gone to many, I would say Larry's event for NAWA, APW. I've done a couple of the big time shows. So you get a lot of caliber
Yep.
versus people coming in, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I have enjoyed what I've experienced thus far.
Yeah.
It's great because the big time uses local talent, but then they bring in names too, which is a lot
So you
of
got to
fun.
switch it up, especially for the
A
locals.
week before your show, they're having a big show in Webster. I don't know if you saw it, but
that
Yeah, that's the
I'm
Hardy
actually going to
Boys?
be there.
Yeah.
Is that the Hardys?
The Hardys,
Yeah, I heard
the
about
Briscoe brothers, the SAT. I mean,
That's
I'm
a big
going.
one.
You know, I already
Yeah.
bought my ticket.
Yeah, that's
Oh
a big
yeah,
one.
it's going to be a great show. So we already answered his next question. Will we see more shows? Yes.
Yeah.
How about this one? If you could book just one wrestler from anywhere
You're
in the country for your show,
So I'm
Who would it be?
thinking realistically, and you already said her name, Chris Strat. Is it Stratlander or Statlander?
Statlander.
Yeah. I mean, I saw her at Beyond. Oh, so I guess another show that I went to is Beyond in Worcester. And my first Beyond show, she was there, and it was like super pop and all that stuff. So
Right.
it kind of like set the bar for independent women's wrestling.
she's good.
Yep.
She's real good. I'd love to see her and Davey Ann go head to head. I'm sure they probably have, seriously, somewhere. But I would love to be in the building and watch that match. You know.
Yeah.
All right. What about you? If you could book any wrestler in the world to work a show that you're doing,
Oh boy, that's a loaded question. But unrealistically, I would always go with John Cena. If I
Yeah,
could
there
get
you
John
go.
Cena, Peacemaker's great.
dude, you would have a sellout.
Yeah, absolutely.
John Cena's gonna sell it. You could
Just
have
like that chaotic show in Topsfield a couple years ago, right?
Yeah.
15, 20 years ago.
That
whatever.
was nuts.
What
Did
happened?
Whatever the
you
hell
hear
that
about
was.
that?
I did not.
Chaotic ran a show, and they brought in John Cena to be the special guest referee. And you know who did a run-in?
You're never gonna
Vince
guess.
McMahon
Oh my
at a
gosh.
Chaotic show, and he managed Brian Malonis.
That's wild.
Yep.
Vince McMahon was in a New England
Perhaps the
independent
most
promotion.
infamous moment in New England wrestling
There's
history.
no doubt. What else could maybe the night? I don't think it's as big, obviously, but to me it was big. The night Bradley showed up at New England Championship Wrestling as Santa, and when he ripped it off, I was flipping out because he came over to my merchandise table dressed as Santa, and he saw my Missy
did you know
Hyatt
it was
book.
at the
Huh?
did you know who it was at the time?
No.
Oh, wow.
So he comes over and he picks up the Missy Hyatt book and goes, Ho, ho, ho. What a ho. I haven't seen her since the Pillman. I think he said the Pillman memorial show. So now I'm thinking, who could it be? Who could it be? Who could it? Right? I know that
Yep.
show is a very famous
that's a hint.
independent show. So then I was with somebody helping me do the table. So when he came out at the end, I said to the kid, I said, I'll be back. Just wait here. Watch my stuff. I got to go see who it is. I run out there. He takes it off. I think I was the first one to realize it's Bradley. That was his first appearance since WWE had released him.
Yeah,
Actually,
that was way back then. That was like 20 years ago, or over 20 years ago.
WWE sent them to Puerto Rico and forgot he was there.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
I heard those stories.
And he just kept wrestling for him. They forgot he was there. Yeah, so that New England independent wrestling, you never know who's going to show up.
That's it. And it's a breeding ground for literally
Rudy boy.
the next generation
Right?
of professional wrestling.
You never know who could show up.
No, you never know.
Vince McMahon showed up at a chaotic show. The unit could show up at this show.
I hope not.
I'm not-
I hope not, Leo. I hope
I'm not saying they are, but Danny Miles is there, and I know I haven't seen
That's
Danny Miles
against my
in my
better
whole
judgment.
life by himself. I think I seen him once by himself.
That's against my better judgment because I know they travel in a pack.
They sure do, and you said it too. They're getting bigger by the
so
show.
God bless Chase. I hope he gets control of that company back.
Well, right now he's like the water boy.
Yeah.
I seen some
Yeah.
videos.
Looking
Yeah.
sad,
He's like he
man.
has to walk around. Do you
Looking
see it in the
sad and
videos?
humiliated.
Oh my God! Yeah, he's got the little
Yeah.
jug for the two
He's the
water
unit
bike,
water boy
and he's
now,
like
that's it.
dressed up like he's on the basketball team, and he goes walking out. He has to wipe the sweat from their foreheads with a towel.
Hey, man, at least they
That's
kept him
wild.
employed, you know?
Yeah,
That's
but,
it.
I
It's the
mean,
least they
yeah,
can
they're
do.
generous.
JT Dunn owning a company.
Yeah, it's dangerous. But
It's
he's bringing in some
very,
big
very
names in. They're getting in some,
dangerous.
and they're running a lot of shows. They got a show
Yeah.
like almost every week now, too.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
Because they're working for everybody.
Yeah.
They could show up at APW. Danny Miles has been a regular at APW for the past 7 years.
Danny Miles is dangerous, very dangerous.
Yes.
So,
He's a threat.
Yep. He wrestled over in Japan.
yeah, he's
So-
been around.
No, he's been
seen
around
him in
a
a
long
bloody ass
time.
dog collar match out in Providence, I think, a couple years back.
I think he lost it all in a recent fire not that long
Oh
ago.
no, I didn't know that.
You know,
That's
yeah.
terrible.
It was terrible. Absolutely. All right. Guys, you guys want to talk? What else can we talk about the show? I'm going to be there doing concessions, right, on March 19th.
Yep.
Saturday, 4:30 to 8, the Bill Ricker Elks Lodge.
14 Webbrook Road.
That's it.
Who's going to be on the show? The Go Hard Twins.
Go Hard Life
Go
Twins.
Hard Life Twins. Cousin Larry. Dynamite Danny Miles. Barrica's own Flex Armstrong. WWE Hall of Famer.
You don't want to miss it.
No. Mr. USA Tony Atlas. Local New England legend. Worked for the WWE for over a decade. Mario Mancini.
Babyface.
Rudy Boy Gonzalez's Girls from Texas. This is going to be a hell of a show. Like you said, 4:30 to 8.
Yes, sir.
Bring the family.
Yes,
Family, friends,
ringside
grandmothers,
tickets,
ancestors. bring 'em all.
$20. That's, you know.
That's a value.
Yes.
General admission,
General
15.
admission 15 and kids 10 and under $10. I like that. That's good.
Food by Leo Carter's.
Yes. Yep. I'll be doing the concessions. You'll have some homemade
Leo
meatball
himself.
subs.
Highly encourage you buy the tickets in advance because they have been selling.
Yes. Buy the tickets, guys. Don't
Eventbrite.
wait.
Eventbrite.
Yes. So yep, so it's right there. It's on the flyer. Like you said, all
That's it.
local COVID requirements will be enforced. Yep.
I think Ringside's almost sold out.
for
so
tickets.
Jump in because Ringside might be almost sold out. I thought last time we checked. So
Oh, definitely.
better jump on that fast.
$20, that's a great deal for
Yeah, it
ringside
is.
seats.
Oh yeah,
It
you never
really
know
is.
what's gonna happen. Never know.
You never know. So have you watched any wrestling on TV lately?
I haven't.
They just
I
had the
saw
show
Elimination Chamber. I saw a couple matches. I did.
You did, okay.
Yes.
Did you see Brock
Oh, yeah.
I didn't see that match. Is
Oh,
that so
Yeah, I did see
depressing?
Wow,
Brock.
man.
I did see Brock.
Brock
So Austin
kicked
Theory off the
some.
cage. Yes.
Brock kicked some butt, man.
yeah.
He landed on his feet though.
Yeah, he did. But he went through everybody. I love Brock Lesnar. I love the Brock Lesnar that's out there right now because he has a
Yeah.
personality.
Yeah, he's
You
looking
know what I
good.
mean? He's funny. Did you see him on the Pat McAfee show?
I didn't. I heard about that. I did hear about that, man. He's showing a whole new level to him. He really
hilarious.
is. Yeah, he's good.
He is a very funny guy.
He's money. He's money.
He is money. He is money. What did you see? Did you see the women's
I
elimination?
saw the women's.
No, I did not see that, but I heard it was pretty good.
Yes, I don't. So I saw like the in betweens of
Okay.
it. I was
Because
on the
Bianca
fly.
Belair won that, correct?
She did. She did. She's looking real good. She's going to get that win back over Becky, and she's going to look
Yeah.
good doing it.
I didn't like how they presented that. By the way,
Now, who's Ronda Rousey fighting at WrestleMania? Charlotte?
I was gonna say.
I was
Charlotte,
gonna
but
say,
I
yeah.
don't know.
But I feel
I
like-
don't know that answer.
No, she's going to go after Charlotte. Yeah, the whole thing is with Charlotte. But it's too
Okay.
bad because I feel like we already got that match by accident at that Survivor
Right,
Series when
right.
Becky got hurt. That should have been Becky's spot. So Charlotte versus Ronda is a big match, though.
I think so.
Yeah, I'm just disappointed we already got it.
I want to go back a little bit to where the releases, WWE releases, right?
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen a recent picture of Nia Jax.
I have not. I heard she's not getting back into wrestling.
She's not getting back into wrestling, and she's lost a lot of weight, which is what
So why?
she should have did.
I know. What's up with
when
that?
she was wrestling.
Wow. Hey, good for her.
You know, it is good for her because, health-wise and everything like that. But I never understood it. And it was one of the reasons why I wasn't a fan of hers. I didn't see her to me, I'm just saying. The doctors were telling her she had bad knees. What's good for your knee? Your knees when you're heavy? Losing weight.
Yeah.
And she would never do it, and then she would hurt wrestlers. And you wonder if it was because of her size.
Yeah, well, you never really know what's going on. That's
know?
too bad. But she was an imposing force for her time that she was in there.
No doubt.
She was devastating.
She made Becky Lynch
Yeah.
by breaking her
Yeah,
face.
she was a lightning rod for better or for worse, so.
Yep. From that bad accident and knocking her out of WrestleMania, it made Becky Lynch the biggest woman star in wrestling.
Iconic.
Isn't
man.
it crazy?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
a simple mistake.
And
Or
that's
was
why-
it a mistake?
As soon as I saw Becky come back at SummerSlam and that whole thing with Bianca Belair, you got to think her sole purpose of coming back is to take Bianca Belair to that next level.
Right.
It's got to be. She's going to get her win back, and it's going to be in dominating, convincing fashion because Bianca Belair, I think, is the next one. She's going to be
no
the next
doubt.
face of
No
women's
doubt.
wrestling.
No doubt. I think she's the best athlete for sure.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
and she has a built-in weapon.
Yeah.
That thing is
Yeah,
lethal.
that's wild. Yeah.
Who's back? Who was it that she beat that crap out? Was it Rhea Ripley? Who was it that she wrestled and she was
Sasha
whipped?
Banks.
So many, yeah. I remember
It
the
was
Sasha Banks with the
yeah.
rip marks. Yeah.
But the marks all over her back.
Tough.
And she's with Montez Ford. And him and his buddy there, was it D'Angelo Dawkins?
Yeah.
They're all working together to get better and
And you
better.
could tell.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So there's something really big bubbling up there. So
Yeah,
it's
she's
something
impressive.
to look forward to. Yeah.
She's very impressive.
Yeah.
Anybody else impressing you right now in wrestling?
What's her name? Dewdrop.
Dewdrop. Now, I like Dewdrop. My friend Dave hates Dewdrop, okay? I think she's awesome. I think she's a great wrestler.
She's like she can perform, not like perform.
name's
as a-
garbage.
just she can
Piper
move in the
Niven. They
ring.
should have kept her
garbage.
name.
Why?
Her wrestling name was Piper Niven.
Yeah, like
And they give her Dewdrop.
garbage. I
Yeah,
don't get
it's
that.
definitely a little different.
But I like her.
But, not many people say that. I know a lot of people are down on her, but I just actually was listening to Jim Cornette today, and he said
Sorry
it
for
straight
you,
up. He
yeah.
goes, the name's trash, but you can't tell me she can't work. She
Yeah,
can work
she
better
can
than
work.
most of the girls that are in shape.
Hell yeah.
She's working. I think she works better than Liv Morgan. I think she works better than.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you know why? Guess what? She's a wrestler.
Yeah, she's a real wrestler.
She's not a model that they're turning into a wrestler.
WWE doesn't
She's
really want that
a real
anymore.
wrestler.
Yeah, they don't seem
And
to really
she's
want that.
talented.
Yeah, she is. She's amazing. They're using her well. She's getting a good solid push. I think she's gonna look good. in the
I'm
long
pretty
run.
sure she made it to the halfway point of the Mae Young Classic. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure she made it to the 16. So she's pretty impressive in my eyes. So I have
You
to
watch
say,
AEW?
good call.
You watch AEW?
Yep.
AEW's popping too.
Yep.
A lot of big stuff going on over there too.
Oh, yeah.
I would
Well, what
never
about
play
you?
sides.
You think
know
it's
what I mean?
worth this whole Cody Rhodes thing?
Yeah, we was talking about that before we went on air.
Honestly, I can't see how it can't not be that. It has to
swerve.
be
You think
a
it's a
word.
swerve?
something.
It has to be.
But
Why
my
would
question
Vince-
is he coming back? If he stays in AEW, is he coming back as a heel? Or is he going to be trying to be some triumphant hero? Like, hey, I decided to stay here. Cheer for
when
me.
he was with
Hands me.
AEW, he said, he goes, I'm not turning heel. I'm not
Yeah,
turning
that's what I'm
heel."
saying. So, do you think that people are going to cheer him?
Do you really think Vince McMahon and them went to him and said, oh, we need you back. We had you for 8 years. And I'm sorry, right? Cody Rhodes is a good wrestler. He is a good wrestler. But he thinks he's better than he really is.
Well, that's what I'm just saying. So, thinking as a businessman, if he took
He's not Dusty.
he bet on himself. You know, maybe the whole angle from Cody Rhodes from the beginning, from leaving WWE to help him build AEW and the whole Ring of Honor, was to show and prove that he is a main event level dude.
It's
so eventually,
exactly-
when the time is right,
Yep.
he comes back
Yep.
and his ticket is punched.
Right.
And he's a solidified WWE main eventer. He makes that money, he retires.
Right.
He retires fat.
What will the fans take to him? The AEW fans didn't like him at all.
That's what I'm saying. So,
They didn't like him one bit. And and his wife, they hated even more.
which is a shame, man. And I thought that was unfair.
Listen, she's beautiful.
He's a fox.
But I think she's clueless when it comes to the wrestling business. She says to people, when I make my comeback, nobody wanted to see her wrestle in the first place. Never
Harsh,
mind her
Leo.
comeback.
Damn, harsh. Oh,
Dude, she's
That's
not
so
any
straightforward.
good. I'm sorry.
damn, I don't know.
I'm not a fan of Brandy
Straightforward.
Rhodes.
I got the Brandy Rhodes
Do
action
you know
figure,
why?
and,
Do you know why
I was happy
I'm
to
not a
get
fan
that.
of her? Know why I'm not a fan
Why?
of hers? Because she thinks she's a star, and she's not a star. There's no humility in her at all. Because she signed with AEW and married Cody Rhodes, she's a star. People want to see her. Hey, she's gorgeous. Gorgeous. But I don't want to see her
Definitely
on a wrestling show.
She's an image for sure.
Damn, I like her.
But that's cool. That's good that you like, because some people has to like her.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. I mean, I still love you. I still love you. Don't worry about it. Just because you like Brandy Rose,
Damn.
you know, I'm not
cut it.
damn,
He's like,
Leo.
cut it, cut it.
You know what I
Get this
mean?
guy
I'm
outta
like,
here.
hey, get this guy off. Dick,
Security.
Dick, get this guy out of
no.
here. He likes Brandy Rose.
Oh, man.
No.
Damn.
But that's just, again, the fans let her have it
Oh,
too.
totally,
And like you
totally,
said,
yeah.
what did you say? It wasn't fair.
I don't know. I just, I wasn't feeling some of it. I just, they kind of get with that whole Dan Lambert segment and everything. Like, damn, they just
Is
gave
she
it to her
beautiful?
raw.
There's no
Oh,
doubt. Brandy Rhodes a beautiful woman.
Yeah, she is.
But then she
she's
opens
an
her
image.
mouth.
She doesn't have a great body of in-ring work, nothing. She's not like
Right.
a legendary performer
but-
with great matches to her
No,
resume.
but
so.
she talks like she has,
Right,
though.
right, but I
That's the
think they
thing
had
that gets
legit.
me.
They had legit big plans, They had big plans, dude, and they're still trying and growing. AEW's still young, They've got a long
Absolutely.
ways to go, but
I was shocked that this came up that he was going to leave. It's like you were like one of the VPs,
yeah.
right?
But their events generate genuine excitement. I feel AEW. When I went to a
Absolutely.
couple of those live ones
Absolutely.
at the movie theater when
Yeah.
they showed the pay-per-views. That's live, man. The people are buzzing. It's a sold-out movie theater. Everybody's there.
Right.
Everybody want to see it. So, I don't really see that much.
Yeah, a lot of guys
From
that we
WWE
know
anymore.
went to the AEW shows in Boston.
Yeah. Oh,
You know,
yeah. I've been
Jerry
to every
Lane
single
and them
one.
guys, Dave Fournier.
Yep.
Did you go to one?
I you know what? I had a Jerry Lane story from the last AEW. I'll tell you that
Really?
off air, man. Yeah. But yeah, as a matter of fact, I've been to every AEW show. I'll be at the next one too. So yeah, I've been there.
Jerry had some bad luck at the last AEW.
That's what I was talking about, my friend. I
He
was
had-
there.
He had a fall.
I was there.
He had a fall.
Yeah,
happened?
man. It was.
Fill me in,
We
fill
talk
me in.
about that after
Just
the show.
a
but-
friend of ours, Jerry Lane.
Yeah.
Jerry, he
Hi, Jerry.
he didn't drive. He always drove to the shows.
Yeah.
But it was in Boston. He lives in Quincy, I think, or somewhere down there. And he fell taking the tea and stuff.
Me and my boy Rob. Remember Rob?
yeah.
Yeah. We had to save him. He was in bad shape. We did not know he had a broken hip at the time. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
because he
So
didn't
we
even
got
go
him
to
out
the
of-
show. He ended
I
up
don't
at the
know.
hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jerry didn't go to the show.
Well, this was after
scary.
the show.
Oh, it was after
It was
the show.
after. It was
Oh,
after. He
okay.
was rushing
All
to
right.
the
Oh, okay.
train as the train was about to leave to go home. And then damn, he was oh man, you just couldn't get to him in time. And then
Right.
and then we got Had to call the ambulance or wait with him, you know what I mean? Get the son, but, you know, but
Yeah.
Jerry's my boy.
Jerry's
you know
a
what I
good
mean?
dude.
Again, love that guy.
Yeah, very good dude.
As soon as I've seen him around since I started watching indie wrestling.
Yeah.
He's one of
you
those
might
guys.
see Jerry, but that's
He'll be
what-
there. Jerry will be
He
there.
probably will be there, but he is at all the APW shows.
Hell yeah. He's at every show.
Jerry,
And
Jerry's-
I'll tell you, let me tell you something. Just one, this is Jerry. He's down on the ground, dude, with a broken hip.
Yeah.
We're trying to get this guy to like safety. He's like, Jason, I'm gonna make it to the chaotic show. I'm gonna make it to the chaotic
Was that
show.
the next
no
weekend?
matter what happens, we're like, Jerry, don't worry about that right now.
Did he make it?
No, man, he had surgery. He didn't make
Yeah.
it to a lot of shows.
Yeah.
But then one day we saw him, and man, I knew he wasn't gonna miss many. So
Yep.
he's back.
Jerry's
he's in the
back.
saddle.
He's
rebuilt.
He's rebuilt. He's what, the $6 billion
Yeah,
man.
he is, man. He is.
Jerry.
He is.
Jerry's a great guy.
That's
Built
my
tough.
guy right there.
He's a tough guy. Man, now he was with his son too, huh?
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Hurricane.
And we had
you
to
know
get him-
Hurricane? Have you met the Hurricane before?
Is that his boy?
Yeah.
Yeah, at the old
Joey.
when he was this big at the old NECW shows.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, he was a little
Call him
kid.
Hurricane.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
Why
him
is
and my
that?
grandson. They can be the Hurricanes.
Oh, just
'cause they
running
walk
around?
into a room and they turn in. Like a hurricane went through the room in minutes.
He's like a grown ass man now.
Yeah,
so,
he is a grown-ass man.
He's a good kid. Good kid.
Wicked good kid. So that must have stunk. I remember him
Yeah.
calling me when
But
his
that was
dad
after the show, though.
his dad was
thankfully.
in the hospital, and I didn't
Yeah.
know. And he hit me up on Facebook to let me know. He goes, "I know you're friends with my dad," and I told him, I said, "If you need anything, kid, just let me know."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's
I
a warrior. He
I'm
got
a good
through-
friend of Jerry's.
Yeah, me too, man. We were checking in on him, make sure he was all good, and as soon as he could get back to the wrestling shows, he was there. So
Nice.
that's good. He's back.
Well, again, we got wrestling coming up on March 19th.
Saturday, 4:30 to 8 p.m., the Bill Ricker Elks Lodge.
Yep, 14 Webbrook Road. We got Bill Ricker's own Flex Armstrong, WWE Hall of Famer, Mr. USA Tony Atlas, who will be wrestling, you said.
Yes, sir.
Will be wrestling.
Don't want to miss it.
Cousin Larry, Dynamite Danny Miles of the Unit. Will the Unit be there?
Hope not.
Saturday, March 19th from 4:30 to 8, the Bill Ricker Lounge. Saturday.
Come over and say hi to me, Mark, and Kevin in the
Third
concessions
annual
area.
Nightmare Before Mania.
John Cena, the Go Hard Life twins. And the girls, Micah
Micah
Mandrid. And what's the other?
Vicky.
And Vicky from Rudy Boy Gonzalez in Texas. WWE wrestler for over a decade, Mario Mancini, local New England legend.
Legend.
Guys, this is exciting.
You don't want to miss it.
Hey, so we're gonna end now and maybe put up 5 minutes of footage from the second
Beautiful.
annual.
Number 2.
Guys, I want to thank you for coming on. Again, guys, don't forget, March 19th, Baricker Elks, 14 Webbrook Road.
4:30 to 8. 4:30 meet and greets. Come get your food by Leo Connors. There's a bar there, 21 plus. You're not going to
yeah.
want to miss it.
Gonna be a good time.
It's going to be a good time.
Real
Guys,
good.
again, thank you for coming on.
Thank you,
It's an
man.
honor.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you for having us.
Peace.
And the mix. Mashup Wrestling. Music and video to another level.
Follow at Mashup Wrestling.
I got it.
So I'm going to run down today's show. Me and Ty are friends. We each have our own companies. We are doing this as a friendly competition. Not everybody out here is going to be friendly, but we're not adversarial. We're not trying to take anybody over. We're just here to put on a great show for you guys. Some of his guys are above board, and some of them are not above board. But you can say that about some of my guys too. So whether they're for me or for him, exactly. Go, yeah. That's right. Doesn't matter who they're for. We're here to put on some great wrestling. We have a down in Florida. We got guys from Massachusetts and Connecticut, and we are here to put on one damn good wrestling show for everybody in there.
Popup Wrestling Nightmare Before Mania.
Now, any of you guys been to our shows before? Do we ever put on that show? And this ain't gonna be no bad show either. It's gonna be a damn good show with damn good talent. And I want everybody to have a good time
Hi, guys. I hope you're enjoying the show. Listen, I could use a little help to grow my YouTube channel. So if you could please like, share, and subscribe, that's most importantly, subscribe. Send me a direct message, and I'll give you a shout out here on the show. My YouTube channel is real simple. It's just my name, Leo Connors. Thanks in advance. Peace.
The preceding program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.